Hi everyone, I'm back. I'm going to review Xi'an to Shanghai. Quickly, I'm not going to reshoot a video that I just did before, but I wanted to mention something about the Hutong tour. So this is the fun part, and I think I showed you even a video of Mr. Bowman in a pedicab or a rickshaw. But each of you will be able to get in groups of two, and you will ride through the Hutongs in a rickshaw. So it's a really fun, exciting time. It's just a beautiful way to see the city, so it's something to be excited for. Okay, so you jump on the train and you head to Xi'an, so you'll jump on the train, and it's an overnight train. 4 people to a car, or to a room, sorry, not to a car, to a room, so we'll pair you up, and you will snuggle in for the night. You'll have little slippers to wear if you want, and they will bring you some tea, and then I think they'll bring you tea again in the morning. A lot of students really liked, we'll serve you dinner, but a lot of students really liked to buy some treats in the train station before they did, because you guys can play cards or read or things like that. There aren't really areas to sit on the train, so it's kind of, you're stuck to your beds and the tables in between your beds on the train. But it's kind of a fun experience if you've never slept on a train and arrived in a completely different area of the country. It's really kind of neat. So that'll be the night. You'll wake up the next morning, and you'll be able to go to the hotel quickly to change, to freshen up a bit, because you'll have just been on the train, and then you will head to the Big Wild Goose Pagoda. The Big Wild Goose Pagoda is an area where you'll see lots of monks and local Chinese paying their homage to any Buddhist worship areas that are there. It's a really beautiful, neat place in Xi'an, so it's just a really cool place to see. It's a very holy place. And then also in Xi'an, don't forget, Xi'an is a different area of China where there is more of a Muslim influence, more of a central China influence, and so you'll see a difference in how the people look and the architecture. But the big drum tower is like the center of the city, and that's probably where your hotel will be, very close by. And you'll be able to go there. And you'll also take a look at the Muslim Quarter, which is also another market area. So like I said, lots of opportunities to buy some stuff in Beijing. Again, another opportunity to buy some stuff in Shanghai. Believe me, if you see that knockoff, whatever, Coach bag, Louis Vuitton bag, Under Armour, Beats by Dre, any of that stuff in Beijing, you will also see it in Xi'an, and you will also see it in Shanghai. So don't believe me when I say it is not the only time you're going to see that stuff. So the Muslim Quarter is a really interesting area because, again, it's where most of the Muslim people reside, and some of my favorite things are just the food markets that you can go through, in addition to all the souvenir markets. Food markets that you can go through, you'll see a lot of men who are Muslim dressed in their full Muslim gear or wardrobe, and also they will be carrying around crickets as their pets. So you see a lot of crickets, big, large crickets in little cages, and they'll be hanging from trees, or they'll be carrying them as they walk down the street. But take a look at that. It's kind of an interesting concept. It's just a really neat thing, and they really believe that. Or is it grasshopper? No, it's grasshopper. Sorry, not cricket. They believe that it's a holy insect, so they protect them very much there. Also, another popular thing is these ribbon noodles that are everywhere in the Muslim Quarter, and they serve these big belt noodles, and they cut you off a piece, and you can eat it in a bowl. Delicious. Probably one of my favorite things I've ever eaten in China, but definitely partake if you're interested. I thought that the art markets, so there's within the markets there are different stands, and I thought the local art was amazing, and so I bought a lot of local art there for very, very reasonable prices. And it wasn't all ancient China, it was very much modern China, which had some really cool pieces in there, so that's something to look out for too. And you'll have dumplings that night at the Defangsheng restaurant, which is like the most famous dumpling restaurant in Xi'an, which is what they're known for. You'll get a lot of different dumplings. The funny thing is that they shape their dumplings to be what is on the inside. So if you get a dumpling shaped like a horse, you can guess what's on the inside. But same thing for green things and stuff like that. It's a great meal, and I always encourage you to be open to trying new things and embracing what is there. You can find video of me somewhere of me eating, I don't know, some kind of bug and scorpions and starfish and stuff like that, and I've tried it all and I've survived. So I would encourage you to do the same. All right, so the next morning you will wake up and you will take a bus ride, probably about an hour and 10 minutes, to the Terracotta Soldiers, or the Terracotta Army, or the Terracotta Warriors, whatever you call it. Just be prepared to park and then walk quite a distance to actually find the Terracotta Soldiers. They're just an impressive archaeological find, and you'll learn more information about that once you get there. But just prepare to walk a lot, but it's a beautiful place. Make sure you have your camera. It's a great opportunity. There's a farmer who discovered them on his farmland in 1974, and the sad thing is that he is forced to sit in the bookshop and sign books, and he was given nothing for them taking his land. So they took his land and uncovered all the Terracotta Army, but he was given nothing in return besides an opportunity to sign books. So it breaks my heart whenever I see him, and I think he's super angry at the world because he's not the most pleasant man. So I hope you guys get to meet him. So after lunch, you'll have an opportunity to go around the city wall of Xi'an. So Xi'an is a city that's built. The inside of Xi'an is inside a wall, and the wall is, obviously a fortress to protect the city. And so on top of the wall, you'll have the opportunity to walk around and take a look at things. Another fun thing to do, if you are interested or inclined, is to rent bicycles, and you can actually ride your bike all the way around the city wall. Very fun thing to do. I'll talk to Miss Lolich and Miss Tremblay about more details with that. So the next morning, you wake up and you head to Shanghai. I'm going to cover those last 3 days in the next video. Thank you.